Hello there! Welcome back to another moment of the Punchcast. As you can see, I have successfully taken over Donovan's YouTube channel, and there is nothing he can do about it at all. There's simply nothing. There's no hope that he'll ever get his channel back, and it's just mine forever now. So, I've been thinking, well, now that I have control of Donovan's channel, uh, for approximately 5 seconds now. What should I do? And I decided that the best thing to do was to kill him. No, make a podcast because everyone knows that just the Nintendo Boys Power Podcast, most popular thing on the channel. Everyone watches them. They definitely they're everyone just cheers when one comes out. I mean, they do. They don't. They do. They definitely do. So I'm doing it, except it's going to be better because I'm in charge, and when I'm in charge, nothing happens. So today's topic is going to be the influence of headlamps on the hopes and dreams of miners. Now, many of you probably already know that when miners go off to mine in the mines, they're usually searching for things that can be used to gain a profit. Because if they were mining unprofitable things, they're gonna die of starvation and oxygen deprivation. So, they gotta get the useful ores. But the problem is they have these headlight things, and they're just like really bad for your health because they allow you to see things. And the problem there is that you really need to gain a healthy dependence on your a sense of hearing when traveling through the mines in order to not die from stumbling over a rock that you know you should have heard. But you see, the problem with the headlights is that since miners can just hear, see things, they won't learn how to hear things. They won't have ears anymore. It's a sad transformation, and it's just appalling that the industry lets their miners see things when they should really only be able to hear things. Seeing things is just a terrible curse upon the peoples. How many times have you seen the time today? I'll bet you it's at least a time. And that's wretched. That's horrible. I'm so sorry for your loss of existence. Everyone should have the chance to just not see things, which is why I'm opening up a PO box. You can send me your eyes. You can send me the Wii U. You can send me $5. You can even send me not $5. Why do I gravitate towards $5 so much? You can send a letter answering that question to me, and you know what? Everyone will judge you for it, you piece of shit. Now you might be asking yourself, me, why have you done this to yourself? And they ask that. I ask that. And moving on, people have been asking me recently, Hey, Punched, how do you do the stock market? I've heard about stocks and stockings and about stones before. However, I have not yet seen where the wall on Wall Street is. It's just a street. There are no walls in the middle of this street, and I'm disappointed because there should be. There should be more walls in my Wall Street, but it's just a street. Is it even a street? Hold on, I'm gonna actually look this up. I'm hold on. Is Wall Street a real street? 'Cause, it might. Okay, it is a real street. Okay. I had to check because sometimes it isn't. It's just like they just name it, like how New York. There's no. Ati, is there an old New York? Hold on. is there an old York? Uh oh it was it's become part of Canada. It was Canada. Oh, it was the name of Old Toronto. Oh wow. Or it could be York, Ontario. Okay, that's interesting. So there was an old York. It just betrayed America to become part of the Canadian menace. Speaking of the Canadian menace, some of you might not be aware of this, but Canada is a place, and there's no reason to be afraid of it. Honestly, speaking of which, I feel like the Canadian joke is kind of dead right now. Can we like stop using it for a little bit? It's kind of you, you just gotta take the Canadian joke and you put it on the Barbie because we're trading it in for Australian moment. Now I know what you might be saying. There's no one in the server who's Australian, and that's where you're wrong. Australians are always hiding in the places you would least expect. So they're there. You just don't really know where they are, and you might actually be a secret Australian, and you're gonna have to do some soul searching to figure this out because I don't want any more what's a Australian thing? Kangaroos. I don't want any kangaroos in my house. There's already birds stealing my light bulbs. I don't need kangaroos stealing my blenders. And speaking of blenders, have you heard of that one like rival podcast? What's it called? Blenders and keyboards. It's run by like these two idiots, and I hate them so much. Like one of them's really dumb, and the other one's really stupid, and I hate them both. If I ever see them, I'm punching them on sight. It's happening. The government might try to kill me. So as I was saying, the government might try to kill you, and if that happens, there's only a few things you can do. Now, the first thing you can do is leave the place where the government is. So if the government in the district is trying to kill you, just leave that district and leave the country, and you would be best off leaving the entire planet. However, some of you might not have the budget for that. I can understand that. I personally don't have the budget to use the train to get to the tower today. Um, it's kind of sad because I wanted to go, but it's like I don't have enough money for this. I mean, I have enough money to get like things, but I don't have the special money to get on the train. Why do they even have like special coins to get on the train? They're like, oh, just use the same money that everyone else uses in the land. What the heck is wrong with you? Yeah, it's just. Have I ever mentioned to you how stupid the English language is? Like, why are you people calling all soda Coke? Because it's not all Coke. It's not even all cola. Like I get it when you have things like cotton swabs and like tissues being called like, oh, that's a Q-tip, that's a Kleenex, because all cotton swabs and tissues are all generally the same product anyway. You know, if you hand me a generic cotton swab and you also hand me a Q-tip, I'm not gonna be able to tell the difference between the two. I'll call them Q-tips both. You hand me one tissue, you hand me a Kleenex tissue. I can't tell the difference. They're both pretty much Kleenexes, but not all soda is cola. Like you have multiple flavors of soda. How did you assign the word Coke to all of them? Because it's not. You, you guys are so stupid. What's wrong with your eyes? Can I have them? I will take them from you. And I need them. I need more time. Fun fact about the eyes, time is actually stored within the eyes. So if you could just hand them over, that would be you. Wait, give it a second. Wait. Ah, shit. Are we live? All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Blenders and Keyboards. I'm your host, and I'm your host. And jumping right into today's topic, today we will be talking about the Cola and Shade Corp controversy. Now, as many of you probably already know, Shade Corp has recently released a new type of soda in their Void brand of sodas. It's called Void Oil, and it's claiming to be the very first soda that can be drank by people made completely out of fire. Now, normally this would be kind of like a whatever thing. I mean, no one really cares about soda except for people who care about soda and also people made out of soda. But the problem here comes from the fact that Cola, as many of you probably already know, has been boasting about how their soda is drinkable by people allergic to water, such as people made out of fire, for about 2 years canonically before Void Oil came out, which was yesterday actually. Obviously, uh, this is kind of a bit of a problem because Void Oil is making up a completely false claim. I mean, they're not the first ones to be able to drinkable, to be able to drink, to be able to drunk, to fire people. Now, uh, obviously, I have my own opinions on them, but I'd like to hear your side first. Personally, I just don't really think it's that much of a problem because I mean, like, honestly, I mean, Void should just be allowed to say what they want to say about their product and not be burdened by what others have done before, you know? Well, I mean, that doesn't make sense because, like, Void Oil is completely lying. Killer Cola has been able to be drunk by people made out of fire for about, like, uh, 2 years already, canonically. I mean, I guess Void is lying, but, like, does it even matter when their product just tastes better? Well, no, this has nothing to do with the taste. This is about the marketing. I mean, campaign. Regardless, if Killer Cola did it first, it still doesn't really matter because, like, people are just still gonna buy Void anyway. So, like, who even cares? Well, no, that. Okay, listen. First things first. This has nothing to do with how each soda tastes. Okay, and second, Void tastes like terrible. Okay, it tastes like medicine. No. Void does not taste terrible. It does. It doesn't taste like medicine. It does. It tastes like medicine. You're completely lying. It does not taste like medicine at all. I confirm. It tastes like medicine. Do you like drinking medicine? I don't like drinking medicine. You're putting words in my mouth now. No, I don't. I mean, even if it did taste like medicine, which it doesn't, Killer Cola doesn't even have water in it, okay? No amount of medicinal taste is gonna be worse than a soda that has no water that's the whole point. In it. That's the great part about Killer Cola. It doesn't have any water in it, and that just means you can just keep drinking it without feeling like you have to stop drinking it, you know? You just keep. And that's the other thing. It's able to be drunk by people who are allergic to water. That's like it's part of the whole thing. All right, yeah. So it's able to be drinking infinitely. That's not a good thing. You want to be a glutton, huh? You want to be a gluttonous little soda drinker? That's terrible. And on top of that, there's no the whole it's drinkable by people not made to drink water. That's irrelevant now. No, that doesn't make any. You're just making up nonsense. No, I'm not making up nonsense. Void is not better than Killer Cola. Killer Cola soda. Is strictly better. You keep it going. Better taste. It tastes medicinal. It's not medicine. Shit. Are we back? Yeah. Okay. You know what? I was told that this transmission source or whatever would be like totally interruption proof. I don't know who I bought this from, but I'm suing them. All right, I'm so tired of this. Oh right, welcome back, everyone, to the what is to the Punchcast. Yes, well, welcome back to this. Well, you have made it the fine to this part of the podcast. Um, it's really quite impressive that you've made it here because, for one, it shows that our selective process is working, and two, um, why have you done this to yourself? Because none of this has been funny, and it's not funny, and this is not entertaining or good in any way, shape, or form. This is a massive waste of time for both you and me to do. No one is winning in this situation here. Uh, You've wasted your time. I've wasted my time. We've all lost. We've all lost in this situation. We're all fools. I mean, I guess you could argue that I haven't lost because I've taken over Donovan's channel, but you know what? No one even cared about that at like ever. I was the only one who ever brought it up, like ever, like ever. So it's not even. You know what? That's beside. Yeah, you know what? Your choices are your loss. It's your loss and not mine. I mean, it is, but we have a special guest today, a very special, worldly, non-renowned guest. Some of you, some of you might know him. Um, a total of two. Actually, more likely one of you might know him. I suspect the rest of you don't. If you do, you're actually a non-existent. But for the majority of you, I'm expecting you won't know who this is. So this should be a special treat for y'all. Um, did I say y'all? Okay. Um, the guest today is the fool. Yes, the real the fool, the real one, the real fool. Mr. Fool, would you be so kind as to introduce yourself, please? Is that all he's gonna? All right, get off my show, please. What? You're kicking me out, like already, even though it's only been okay. All right then. Yeah, sure, sure. Can't believe I even made you. Screw you then. Well, all right then. He's gone now. Can't believe him. He shows up on my show, and he all he has to do is like have a clock. I mean, it's a nice clock, but no one cares. All right. How do you? Why would you even do that? Why would you do this? Why are you ending a video like this? Why are you ending in anything like this? You know